Alright, what is up everybody? Here we are today playing a variation of a Solomon deck. So this is sponsored by Will. And basically he says he came up with a deck with a player called Oscar Delta, and they use it to beat Tech in like Masters League and so on, which makes sense. The Solomon decks tend to be very good against that. It is basically, it's exactly the same as Reb Solomon, but you have missiles instead of dogs. So I think that means you're going to be like, you're going to always open rifles, and you're probably going to tech switch into air very early against other barracks openings. Whereas normally with the Reb Solomon, you would open dogs and then switch into rifles very early, which I think is a slightly bigger punish a lot of the time against barracks openings. So I think it'll be a little bit slower against barracks openings, but in return, you get to play missile troopers that gives you better game against things like Banshees. Like Banshees are often an issue for the Reb Solomon deck. The same difficult matchups are still going to be difficult though. Like APC was always a very difficult matchup for the deck. Nothing's changed there. This deck is going to be really bad versus APC, but it should be good versus Tech because you win the game early and you have Solomon. So we're gonna give it a go. Dude.
3, 2.
Alright, so resource challenge is Slashed Fields and Stonewall, I believe. These are both reasonably good tech maps. Stonewall is a little bit worse than Slashed Fields, but yeah, they're both pretty good tech maps. The Harvesters are very well defended. It's easy to go double half. Alright, so we're both open barracks. The fact that he's opened Rifleman this early makes me think he probably doesn't have... Wait, I know he hasn't gone blind double half, so I don't need to charge, like, religiously. I'm still going to charge. I am still playing an aggressive Solomon deck, but I can take a few seconds off of pads and it's not like completely backbreaking like it would be against a blind double harvester player. I'm going to quickly go into air because I want to play against Nod. I basically just want to play drone swarms and jump jets. Talon is also going to be great. Like here he's gone air, not air, so Talon should be excellent. I'm going to follow this guy because I know I'm going to win the missile anyway. Like, there's no way he can get on 2 pads, so it's safe to chase this down. If he had another unit closer to one of these pads that could contest it, I would have left my Talon up here. Right, now he goes double half. That's okay. The double half after the first missile means that his tech unit is going to be a little bit later. We do still want to win the game ASAP, of course. And now I'm in a position where I'm looking to save my money to make sure I have an iron cannon for whatever tech unit comes out. Like, if a tech unit comes out, I want to be able to kill it right away. He looks very weak to Talon, though. I haven't seen anything that answers Talon yet. So if I just leave these Talons holding ground, and then Iron Cannon whatever his tech... He's going to make a tech unit that kills Talon, obviously. And I'm going to Iron Cannon it, and I'm going to win the game instantly when that happens. Wow, nothing? Or I'm just going to win the game without Iron Cannoning. Either or. Oh, artillery. GG. Imagine being artillery gamer against Solomon. Feels bad, man. Feels the worst.
Objective complete.
Alright, so again we're going to open scout unit, get charging right away. I'm going to sit on this pad and not move across until I know roughly what he's doing. Alright, I need to go and check if he's double half now, because if he's double half I'm making another rifleman, yeah. But if he isn't double half then I don't want to make another rifleman, I want to see what he opens with. So I do need to get across here and scout. Probably should just go here first, to be honest. Yeah, in retrospect I probably should just gone straight to this pad. Alright, we're going to go third rifleman. Because we killed one as it was walking past, we should be able to win this fight. I'm actually going to bring this guy down as well to get a 2v1. Because I want to make sure we're not left with a bunch of almost dead squads. So we're going to get an extremely quick missile here. Banshee, you got it, Chief. Yeah, 48 seconds. Pretty close to as fast as is possible. Let's bring the missile across.
Building online.
The single rifleman is an awkward situation to be in. I'm going to send him to block so that any gets a flame tank. Alright, so we'll make a pit bull. And obviously I would like to try and Iron Cannon this flame tank if possible. Flame tank's quite quick though, it's a little bit tricky. Sometimes you miss with an Iron Cannon. Yeah, I mean that did not kill it because the flame tank is so fast. even though it was stationary when I first fired at it. Alright, Centurion is obviously going to farm my Pitbull, so what we're going to do is we're going to send a drone swarm to whichever pad has the Centurion on it. And then we're going to get our Pitbulls go and Talons over here. What I should really do is get my Missile Trooper across to the left. Yeah, okay, I'm going to get a Missile Trooper. Alright, nice. So we did kill the first tech unit with an iron cannon basically, and then just win the game, but it was a little sketchy. I should have made jump jets. What am I doing? I should have made jump jets for the Centurion. I don't know. I just completely forgot there. That was silly of me. It seems worse than Reb Solomon so far. Like, it's just less aggressive, and I don't think missiles really add much to the deck. Like, most of the time I want to use jump jets anyway. I mean, I guess against the Banshee specifically, the missile is nice, and I was able to ward off that first Banshee, sort of, but like he just flew away from me, right? So it wasn't like an insane answer to his I actually want to be on this pad pretty badly. I'd rather be on this pad than harass his lasers a little bit. This is why I hate opening lasers, by the way. If you open lasers and your opponent opens barracks, you're so far behind. Because now we both have 2 combat units, but he can never fight my combat units because I have 2 rifles against a rifle and a laser. So this laser is just like a huge thorn in his side in the rifle mirror. It's got an air tower, so I'm going to go helipad, because Talon's going to be good against almost anything from the air tower. It's also good against the barracks, so it's good against both the buildings I know he's opened. I'm going to send this up and this down, make another Talon. Alright, we're going to get first missile pretty easily. Talon really is the last thing you want to see if you're playing Nod and you switch into air. If you got like barracks into air and Talon comes out, you just get wrecked because it beats everything. I really want to get 2 Talon shots in exchange for this Phantom killing something. Nice, I did. See if I can get a third one before it reloads. Alright, we can't. That's okay. We'll back up. I'll make another concave with Talons. Again, I'm looking for 2 shots. Nice, you got 2 again. Now, he's killed 2 Talons. That costs 60. And the next time his Phantom comes in, I should be able to kill it. He might get another Talon, which would mean 90, but he'd still be down 10, even if he got a 3rd Talon there. And this is why Phantom is not great versus Talon spam, because it just takes too long to reload. You can just keep making Talons, and the Phantom just doesn't beat them. Like, they just get overwhelmed by the number of Talons. GG. Just randomly on cannon this dude as well.
You are victorious.
Alright, so again, we're going to be hyper aggressive. Rifles first, straight to the pad. This guy, I think, bike rushes a lot. Yeah, okay, so we're just not going to build a harvester. Best answer to a rush, guys. Don't have a harvester. I'm actually going to build the harv now because I'm feeling pretty safe. I've got the missile out. Oh, it's chuggy rush, okay. So we're going to back this missile. We're actually going to back up with everything. We're going to go double missile here.
Unit ready.
The key to winning this fight is just to stay on defense, basically.
Unit ready.
And just keep killing off these bikes. Now we'll go for a jump jet because we've got a bit more cash.
Unit ready.
And yeah, he's committed a lot to this rush because the chuggy is quite expensive as well. I do need to finish off these bikes though. Let's go see if he has a harvester. He does just made a harvester. So we'll go Pitbull. We'll get over here with the Pitbull as well. And we'll make a push on his half. He isn't going to have much money to respond because obviously he committed it all to this rush. So we're going to get first missile. It's a little bit slower than I'd like, but you know, we got rushed, so that's always going to be the natural result of getting rushed. Is missile's going to be a little slower. And now we're just going to put a ton of pressure on his harvester. It's usually pretty hard to defend your harvester after a failed rush, because you just haven't got any money. So now we can just lock him out of the game, hopefully. Comes a chuggy, I'm just going to iron cannon. Alright. Our opponent has learned a valuable lesson about failing a rush.
Unit lost.
Could also just cheese his base at this point. Like, we're so far ahead, we could do whatever we want. We're gonna win on nukes and on base damage. I mean, yeah, I mean, he's pretty close to us being dead to an iron cannon.
Objective complete.
Bike Rush is where this deck is better than Reb Solomon. That's not accurate, AJV, because if you get Bike Rush and you open dogs, you can just make Pitbulls and win that fight anyway. Like, you don't lose to Bike Rush when you go dog Pitbull either.
3, 2, 1. New objective received.
Angus. Alright, let's get some rifly boys. Oops,
Harvester
pressing the wrong
ready.
hotkey.
Unit ready.
Just gonna get on this pad.
Riflemen awaiting orders.
He hasn't gone blind double harvester.
Unit ready.
Marching orders received.
Could possibly get a 2v1 on me here. Nope, he's decided to leave it. Interesting. I'm gonna actually push in and go for a 2v1 against him. He's charging the pad for me now, so that's okay. Rhinoceros. Right. I want him to shoot this damage squad, so I'm gonna get that to block. And then we have to go Pitbulls for the Rhinos. Again, the damage squad is less valuable than the healthy one. Gonna use it to go scout, see what he's up to. He's making his own Pitbull. We're gonna block it so that our Pitbull has more time to kill his Rhino.
Ready.
And we're gonna go for our own Pitbull. And then we'll just get our Pitbull over here, get a nice 2v1. Gonna ignore this turret as much as I can. If I can just get away from it, that would be ideal. Come on, move out of the way, boys. There we go. I'll let this guy die to it, because I don't want him anymore. Alright, cool, and now we jump jet.
Unit lost.
Could have jump jetted if things were looking dicey, I would have made jump jet as well. And rifles for this guy. We are a little bit low on charge at the moment.
Unit
A little bit charge light this game.
Unit ready.
I designed this missile myself.
Definitely want to be back on the pads as quickly as possible. This has always been a big problem for the Reb Solomon deck, and is why it's bad against APC as well. It's just not very good at killing vehicles. Like, jump jets are pretty much your main anti-vehicle unit, which means that if you go up against anti-infantry vehicles, it becomes difficult. So you have to use like Pitbull. Like, this is why Flame Tank is one of the best units in the game against these like Solomon aggressive decks, because you just don't, like, it takes so long to kill a Flame Tank with a Pitbull. That Rhino is annoying. Let's get the Pitbull down here. Let's get this over here. Now I just need to figure out when to Solomon. I think I have to Solomon here. Oh, an APC. Hate to see that. Okay, I think I've screwed it up, boys. Yeah, I did that wrong. And APC is going to be tough to beat as well. This missile trooper was supposed to be a jump jet. Now, Reb used to, when he was playing the Reb Solomon deck, he would base kill people who went APC, because that's how bad his deck was against APCs. This guy looks like he's playing this variation of the Bike Rush APC deck. Man, Strong Arm is so good. I much prefer playing the Strong Arm APC decks, to be honest, than playing these Solomon aggro decks. Dude, killing an APC is so difficult with this deck.
Meat grinder coming up.
I think the best way to kill an APC is probably to go double jump jet. 2 jump jets actually does a pretty good job against an APC. Wow, 2 APCs. I'm gonna have to iron cannon these.
Activated. Unit ready.
Another turret, nightmare. I think we're in a lot of trouble here. I don't think I can kill this APC.
Unit lost.
I don't know if I can block it for long enough either.
Unit
If the
lost.
jump jet's a block and then we win.
Unit ready.
Alright, nice.
Launched.
Basically saved by jump jets being OP. But yeah, APC is a real tough matchup for this deck.
Mission accomplished. 3, 2, 1. New objective available.
Alright, Casca. We're gonna get over here. I want to get on the pads early, but I also need to scout if they go double harvester. Alright, he's single half. Let's get on the pad. If he gets on the pad, we'll get off. Yeah.
Unit ready.
He's getting off the pad, we get back on. And now begins the most boring and tedious dance in Rivals. The go onto and on off of pads against someone trying to stall.
Unit ready.
We go straight into Drone Swarm. I'm actually going to go Talon
Online.
rather than Pitbull here.
Unit
Because it's
lost.
good versus the drone swarm and the rifles.
Reporting. I'm on it. Ready for me? Got this. Unit, you got it.
Trying to keep that missile charging the whole time as well.
Ready. Flying out.
Unit
We have access to jump jets as well, so even if he goes into like Pitbull, yeah, there's second harvester. It was pretty obvious that he wanted to tech, given that he was like so aggressively trying to stall.
under attack.
So the missile's going to be okay timing, like a minute. It's not great.
Nuclear
We might go for some base cheese, honestly, in this matchup. 2 Talons does okay if they get a defensive concave against a hammerhead.
Unit
Yeah,
ready.
did a lot of damage to that hammerhead. Now we go Pitbulls. Keep the missile charging. Need to be ready with an iron cannon as well. I want to kill this thing if I can. Nice. I'll take it. I'll take the trade. Okay, so we have iron cannon ready. He's obviously saving for tech unit. Yep, there it is.
Ion cannon activated.
Doesn't even kill it. Feels bad, man. Let's get the Talon over here and make jump jets to go after the Titan. Okay, so we are gonna win, but yeah, it's sad that the iron cannon doesn't even kill the Titan.
Enemy base destroyed. Three,
Man, another Stonewall.
one.
I think I prefer to play Slash Fields with this deck, honestly. He's on Dog Start. Alright, gonna get off the pad. Get back on it. He's on Double Dog, no half. Interesting. Does that mean he's no half MG or something? Like, it's very aggressive to go Double Dog, no half. Get a second missile here. Get the rifles across to scout, see what he's up to. Just more dogs. I'm going to try and transition into Pitbull here. Yeah. Shock Troopers. Alright, well I regret going Pitbull. Let's just try and get on pads and fire the missile. Jump jets. Alright, it's fine, we fire the missile. Now let's get the drone swarm out. Now we want to try and position our missiles against his Pitbull. Get this on the jump jet. Alright, we need to lose some of these units as well.
Unit ready.
Pitbull walking into a wall of missiles. I'm okay with it.
Unit lost.
My damaged missile squad's almost killed his Pitbull. Is he trying to pop cap me, or is he just not killing these missiles by accident? Because I feel like the missiles have done a lot of damage. Like, killing them would have been a lot more valuable than leaving them around on low hit points, given how much damage they did. Alright, so we're going to start going jump jets.
Unit lost.
Get jump jets on all the pads and we should just win. Get iron cannon those.
Activated.
Alright, easy win. Easy win there.
Nuclear warhead launched.
Spark says this is the surprise Kodiak base rush guy. Alright. I'll be honest, if I got Kodiak base rush in that game, I would have been surprised. Yeah, looks like you're right. Wait, Sebi's in Wolfpack now as well?
3, 2, 1. New objective.
My boy Sebi.
Harvester ready.
Ready to collect.
Alright, so because we went rifles first and he went half first, our rifles are in defense, which is great. Although it depends if he's going to try and pop cap us. We're going to back up because I don't want to get 2v1'd here. I will do this.
Unit ready.
He's going to try and 2v1 us again, so we're getting our guy ready. Nope, okay. He's going to have to tech switch now, I think. So probably need to go Pitbull or Talon, depending on what he does. Yeah, Talon is. This is why it's better to win the rifle war. because then your opponent switches first into an anti-rifle unit and you can immediately counter it. Like I immediately just went Talon. And then Talon counters both his barracks and his air tower, so easy missile now. Whereas if I'd gone like Pitbull, like if I'd gone like preemptive Pitbull or something, or a third rifle, if I had like a third rifle and he went to catch ship and I couldn't respond, that would have been super awkward. Or if I just like randomly popped a drone swarm and he'd gone bikes instead, then I'm again behind because he just gets to kill my drone swarm with his bikes. Alright, so we want to lose some of these damaged units. We've got some pretty heavily damaged Talons here. So I'm going to trade them off for a few shots on cat ships. But we're pretty much just looking to do like Talon jump jet for the entire game. It's really good. Like Talon drone jump jet really good against Nod. We're pretty close to the end of the missile. I'm just going to Iron Cannon in the middle of this stuff. Actually didn't do very much with that Iron Cannon. We might get flipped here. Put this over here. I need another Talon, but I'm out of money. Whoops. Yeah. I'm completely broke. Feels bad, man. Oops, I didn't mean to move that drone swarm either. Yeah, I just messed that missile up completely. That Iron Cannon was real bad as well. I spent all of my money on it. That's why I don't really like Iron Cannon in fast matchups, because units that are quick can usually dodge the Iron Cannon fairly effectively. Alright, so we're basically just looking to be able to beat cat ships somehow. They're super tanky is the problem. I should make Pitbulls, that's what I should do. Yeah, I'm being an idiot here. I can start making Pitbulls, because Pitbull beats the bike and the cat ship, so it forces him to do something else. Like, I want to get out of the cycle of Talon versus bike cat ship, basically. Yeah, see, now he has to make a tank for my one Pitbull, which gets countered by my jump jets. At least that's the idea. No Iron Cannon that tank because I can't beat it right now. Okay, I think we win now. Nice. Right, that Iron Cannon was a lot better than the last one. Just really hard to kill cat ships, man. They got so many hit points. So many hit points.
Mission accomplished.
Alright, up against Nod Crush. Really hoping he's not playing that Bike Crush APC deck, because that deck is a real bad matchup for me. But he's playing strong armor, so it's likely. Well, he didn't open dogs, so maybe not.
You got it. Infantry ready.
Unit ready.
Get a second rifle. I'm happy to let these engage.
Unit ready.
I'm gonna suicide this dude because he's useless now.
Unit lost.
He does the same with his damaged rifleman. I shouldn't have gone third rifleman, this is a misplay. Yep, I get punished immediately because he tech switches. So now I have to switch as myself. Yeah, no, I got super punished here. This is what I was saying in the other game about why you shouldn't make the third rifleman. Turret is a beating.
Missile cancelled. Unit lost.
Need jump jet here.
Unit lost. Unit ready. Missile cancelled.
It's actually better to send the jump jet over there.
Unit ready.
Like I said, things like Rhino are actually pretty difficult to take down with this deck.
Unit ready.
One of the problems with the deck. The jump jet's over there again. Block! Block Pitbull! Terrible. Terrible job, Pitbull. Fuck me. And then another Pitbull. Man, it feels bad to play a deck that's weak to Rhino. Like, that is a real feels bad moment. Another turret. Oh, turret's so strong. It's like 3 times he's used his commander power on this missile. And I'm sitting here with Solomon that does absolutely nothing. I have to Solomon this Predator. I just can't beat it. I literally have no answer to a Predator right now, so I have to just Solomon it. Man, what an exhausting missile.
Unit ready.
This matchup looks real bad for me. Predator kills my pit bulls, and that's my only answer to that's my only real answer to Rhino. So yeah, this matchup looks pretty horrible. And turret is just like turret is gonna do more across the course of the game than Solomon. So I'm really relying on jump jets here to carry me. That's a pretty good iron cannon, not gonna lie. Damn it. Wasn't quite good enough. Ah! What is my drone doing off the pad? Exhausting game, man. Really exhausting game.
Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
That's so good.
Unit ready. Ion cannon activated.
Come on, iron cannon. Do something. Yeah, it's alright, I guess. Whew, man. What a stressful game. Oh,
Base destroyed.
what a stressful game.
Three, two, one. New objective available.
RR code. Alright. Yeah, good game, no crush. It's a tough one. He's opening missile troopers and immediately moving them to guard his harvester, okay.
Unit ready.
People who open missiles often have like shocks or flames. Or snipers, yeah, that makes sense as well.
Building online.
We're gonna go drone swarm.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost.
Second half, you got it, Chief. Alright, we're gonna run this sniper down then since he's gone second half. Can't defend it properly. Gonna have a pretty fast missile here. 47? Yeah, 47 seconds. Pretty quick.
Unit ready. Unit lost.
Riflemen awaiting orders.
Basically just looking to transition into drones on defense as our anti-infantry, so that we don't have to deal with snipers.
Unit
It's not great against missiles though. It's definitely not great against Hammerhead. I can confirm that one. Let's get as much value out of these drones as we can before the Hammerhead kills them all. I'm guessing he's going to be Zone Trooper, based on the units I've seen so far. Like if he's snipers and Hammerheads, it well, you don't really need Hammerhead with Zone Trooper either. Yeah, I'm not sure to be honest. I think it would make sense for this to be a... I really need an iron cannon right now. If I could iron cannon that top pad. Actually, that's fine. I probably don't need an iron cannon. Probably just do this and win the game anyway. Oh, Juggernaut. Of course it was Juggernaut. Silly me. Of course. Of course. Wow, okay, there you go. I would say the last game was really the tough one. That one was we have Iron Cannon against a Juggernaut player, so it's a freebie. So yeah, Nod Crush final boss in that run. Alright, so there you go, guys. There's a different interpretation on the Red Solomon deck. I'll be honest, I think it's just worse. This is one of the best premiums in the game, by the way. I don't need anything, because I'm max level like a big old whale. If you're looking to get premiums, this is one of the best ones in the game. Yeah, so I don't know what this deck really brings to the table that Reb Solomon doesn't. Like, you get to be barracks and air tower a lot sooner, whereas normally the Reb Solomon would be like War Factory barracks early. But yeah, the missiles just aren't good. They don't fit with the playstyle of the deck. You want to be fast. You want to be fast, quick units, like fast, cheap units that get on the pads. These are slow. Yeah, it's true that it's not as weak to Banshee, but I don't think that really brings much to the table. I don't think being weak to Banshee is a huge issue in this current meta game. So I think this is actually just better still. Also, you saw how much we struggled against like APC and Rhino. APC is really popular right now, so you just really don't want to be playing one of these like aggro tempo decks against APC. This is good against tech though. Like these decks are really good against tech because they win the game so quickly, and you have Iron Cannon to counter the tech. But in closer matchups, like in more aggro based matchups, like the one against Nod Crush, his turret did a lot of work against me, and I had like 1 good Iron Cannon out of 3. But the turret, like I'd much rather had turret. I would have much rather had turret than Iron Cannon in that game. And like the same is true on this game. Like the only times I want Iron Cannon is when my opponent has a tech unit. Otherwise, I'd rather just be a different commander. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. See you next time.